Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. This is Canadian Retro. I've got another pickups video for you here. Some pretty, really amazing stuff actually. Pretty good hauls the last couple times around. Pretty happy with this. Actually, this is the second time I'm making this video because the first time I made this video, for some reason my camera was recording me, and when it was doing it, it kind of made me look like a over light exposed Oompa Loompa, so it wasn't really working out too well, so I have to refilm this. But basically I'll get right into it right now. So start off with one of the things I found here was a 3DS power supply. This was in a bag for like $3.99 with a whole bunch of other different wires, and actually pretty useful wires, like things I can use with my phone. So just having additional charging cables for my phone and whatnot were pretty handy. So I decided to pick up that bag and got a 3DS charger out of it. The next thing I wanted to show you here is a lot I basically got from one store, all in the same haul. I just happened to be there, I think, at the exact right time, but I'll get into this right now because there's quite a little bit of stuff here. I basically got everything you're about to see here for $36, a little bit over $36, which I thought is a pretty killer deal when you see the stuff that I'm acquiring here. And some of this is actually going to go into my collection, which considering the size of my collection and the stuff I'm finding in stores these days, it's pretty surprising that I found some items I actually did not have before. So the first thing I wanted to show was a baggie, and unfortunately I opened it in the Oompa Loompa video, so you'll just have to take my word for it. But I found a bag with 4 GBA games and 1 3DS game, so decided to pick it up. Nothing super fancy, I think, in the GBA area. It's just for $3.99. You know, picking up 5 games is not too bad a deal. I think it was actually maybe $4.99, but still not a bad deal for $4.99. So first one here is Star Wars Flight of the Falcon. This one I heard is a massive turd of a game, so that's really unfortunate there. I'm not sure about this one, Need for Speed Underground 2. I can't imagine a racing game from this era on the GBA would be that excellent, so I don't know much about that. Also Spider-Man, which I don't really know much about this GBA game, so that's pretty interesting. And then Driver 3, which actually looks like a pretty decent game considering the hardware that it's on, the 3D abilities, or pseudo 3D, or whatever you like to call it, abilities that they were able to pull off with this one is pretty interesting. And this game, I think, didn't really get good ranking like on the Xbox or PS2 back in the day, but I played it because I was a Driver fan from playing them on the PS1, and so I played Driver 3 on the original Xbox, and I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a good game. I didn't see what people were really complaining about. If they were comparing it against Grand Theft Auto or something like that, I mean, it's not, so maybe that's what they were complaining about, but I really enjoyed Driver 3 on it. I didn't find it as bad as what other people were saying, but I'm not really sure how this one holds up, but it's in really nice shape, and I'll probably hold on to it just because I do like Driver 3, so I'll probably put that one in the collection. Also in that bag, like I was saying though, was a 3DS game, and that is Lego Batman 2, which I didn't have already, and I like these Lego games, so this should be pretty interesting. And it seems like this one gets quite a bit of compliments. It's not particularly valuable, I think, loose or anything, probably like worth like $5-10 possibly, but still pretty cool. And I didn't have it in my collection, unfortunately, no case for that one, but you know, I'll eventually come across that, I'm pretty sure of it. Also, and this was priced separately, is this game right here, Pokemon Gold, which was out for $4.99, so really nice score right there. Save battery doesn't work on this. I did test it out. Save battery doesn't work on it, so I'm going to have to replace that, but I have the wherewithal and the skills to do that quite easily, so that's not a big deal right there. And then at the same time, there was a whole bunch of N64 games, which was kind of nice. A nice stack here. I think I have, what do I have here? 6 games in total, so I'll get started on it. First one here I didn't really know very much about. I'd never heard of it before, and I've never actually seen anybody pick this up before, which could be an indication that maybe I shouldn't have picked it up, but it's Batman Beyond: Return of the Joker, but it's in such nice shape that I just felt like I should probably pick it up. And I do like the Batman Beyond kind of art style. Unfortunately, I checked out some reviews of this after picking it up, and it turns out it may not necessarily be a very good game. It's basically like a beat 'em up type of thing, but just very repetitive, and the graphics on it are somewhat subpar, especially for that time and era that it came out. So I don't know if I'm going to hold on to this necessarily. I just really do like the Batman thing to it. I might just hold on to it for that fact, and the fact that it's just like a different colored cart from, you know, the usual gray cartridge, but still cool nonetheless. And that one was $4.99. Now same deal as usual, though. When you buy 4 games, you get one free, so one of these basically will count as being a free game. Moving on from there, I also picked up Hardcore ECW Revolution. Again, a black cartridge, so that's kind of cool right there. And I don't really know a whole lot about the wrestling games on the N64. I'm not super knowledgeable when it comes to N64. I'm aware of like sort of like the mainstream kind of titles, but not necessarily this one. So if you've played this and you think this is a good game, you let me know. I've never played it before, and I haven't really checked out much about it, so let me know what you think of that one. But I decided to pick that one up because I thought I hadn't seen that one before out there either. Moving on from there, I always seem to find this one whenever you get N64 games. It's probably the most common game on the system, and that's GoldenEye 007. But again, that's good stuff just to flip, and it's in pretty great condition for the most part. I'll have to get a little bit of sticker residue off of it, but other than that, it's pretty sweet right there. So not bad at all. And then getting into some more interesting titles here, though, I got Star Fox 64. Unfortunately, a little bit beat up label, but not too bad at all. I do have a complete copy of this that I got from COE 33 and Leaf, so that's pretty cool that I got that from them. But this will probably just stay in my collection in order to be like a play copy, like one that I can chuck in the machine, because they gave me a box copy of it, which I don't really want to open up boxes too much, especially when they're made of cardboard, because, you know, you can damage them or whatever. So this is kind of cool right here to be able to just add into the collection, so I'm able to play it. So that's kind of sweet there. And then also found a copy of Donkey Kong 64. Really mint copy of it. Probably even better than the one that I have. I mean, it's not necessarily perfect, but it's pretty minty. So pretty happy to find this. And kind of funny, you know, it took me a very long time to find a deal on this game, for a very long time. So really nice to be able to find it out in the wild again. So pretty sweet deal right there, and obviously a classic. And then this one I did not have in my collection, which is probably going to be surprising for you guys, but I've never seen it out in the wild. I have seen it obviously at game shows. It's not like it's an uncommon game, it's just people don't really unload it, I guess, very cheaply. So that one is The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. So really cool to be able to add that one in. This one's probably in like the worst condition of any of them, although the label is beautiful. The gold cartridge thing has scratches like kind of all over the place on it. It's not totally horrible. I mean, from a distance it doesn't look so bad, but when you get up close you can kind of see like a lot of little scratches and things along the sides. But still, the label's pretty minty, and for something I did not have in my collection already, that's pretty sweet. I mean, I do have the GameCube you know, compilation disc that has this game on it. That's the way I was playing it when it was the cartridge called Game of the Month a while back there. But really nice to be able to pick up the N64 version of it, although it sounds to me like there's something might be rattling around inside it. But other than that, that's everything I found this time around. I thought that's a pretty wicked haul considering the climate out there and the number of people I see in the stores these days. I'm pretty much never alone when I'm hunting for video games, so it's kind of fun to be someone that gets some luck here and again, considering the climate out there. So that's everything I got for you this time around. Thanks again for watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do feel free to thumbs up this video, comment down below, and I will see you all later.